Folks, is this the calm before the storm? I'll get into that, and then the latest home prices and insights for York Region for week ending July 31, 2024. August. I always find August to be so interesting. Although it's calm, it's quiet, and I'm talking, real estate stuff. Showings are down. Offers are down. The amount of listings are down. Prices, depending on which region, either down or humming along. Activity in general is a lot more quiet in August than most other times of the year. The other time, like August, is December, where things calm right down and then pick up again in the new year. Well, we're in August right now. And I can tell you, there's many sellers currently on the market for sale wondering, how come no one's coming to see my house? How come no one's putting offers? Well, if no one's coming to see your house, you're not getting any offers. It's quiet. And they're wondering, what's the point of even being on the market right now? And they're hoping September, because traditionally we see an uptick in September. Lots of sellers right now are contemplating, do I come off the market and relist again in the fall? I know there's lots of sellers also thinking, there's another rate announcement. Bank of Canada on September 4th is going to make another rate announcement. And maybe, just maybe, they drop another quarter point or more. Who knows? And sellers are thinking, man, the fall, that's going to be when things really pick up. So they're thinking, do I come off the market and go back again in the fall? There's many would-be sellers that are thinking, I'm going to sell. But because it's August, they're going to wait. They're going to wait for the fall, knowing August is usually more quiet, and they're going to put their home on the market for sale for the first time in the fall. This is why I say, is this the calm before the storm? Yes, things are more calm right now. It's very seasonal, traditional. August is quiet, and it's also seasonal that the fall, September, October, we normally see an uptick. And many sellers, I'm telling you right now, they're on the fence. Do I list now? Do I wait? And many, more than half, are choosing to wait for the fall. Now, what does that mean? Yes, we normally see an uptick in activity, but with a lot of sellers thinking that way, there's also going to be more competition. You're not the only seller in your neighborhood thinking of selling. So you come up for sale in the fall, and so do 2 or 3 or 4 other properties in your neighborhood come up for sale. Everybody's looking to take advantage of the fall market. And then there's buyers. Is the next rate announcement going to be what it takes to get buyers to jump back in and to start buying? Are buyers that have been looking for a good part of this year that haven't bought yet, are they feeling pressure that they should buy something now because Christmas is around the corner and they want to be in their home before the end of the year, in their new home? There's all sorts of stuff going on in buyers and sellers' minds in August. That's why I find August so interesting. What should you do? That's part of a much larger conversation. Lots of sellers wait for the fall, but there's also new listings coming up. And I'm going to show you when we get into the data, there's new listings and there's sales happening right now. So some people are successfully selling and buying right now. Many others are choosing to wait. What makes sense for you depends on your set of circumstances. And that's only through a much deeper conversation with whoever you choose to be your real estate agent. So an interesting time, August. The other time that's similar to this is December. August, just the same. If you feel this video can help somebody you know, please pass it along. If you get value from what we're talking about, subscribe. And if you want to speak with me about your real estate situation, selling, buying, it's really simple. There's a link up here to my calendar. There's one in the description to my calendar. Click on that, book a time that's convenient for you, and we'll talk about whatever's on your mind. Now, let's get into the numbers. Here we go, folks. Let's take a close look at what's happened with York region. We're going to be focused on Vaughan, Richmond Hill, Markham, detached properties only. These are average sold price. Now, between Vaughan, Richmond Hill, and Markham, depending on which week you're looking at, average prices, one's higher than the other. We're going to start off with Vaughan. For week ending July 31st, 23 detached properties were sold. For a while, sales were trending down, but the last 3 weeks, we've been 24, 22, 23. So sales have been quite steady at just over 20 mark. 8 of those 23 sold at $2 million or more, which is high, a high percentage of overall sales, which helps to explain why average sold price is way up there. For a while, average sold price was coming down, but the last couple of weeks, it's way up there. It's now $1,868,000. 1,868 is 2% higher than where we were this time a year ago. The median price is 8% lower. The reason I show median, I got average price, I got median price, is because when you study these numbers on a weekly basis, we want to see trends. I'm not focused on what happens in the 1 week, but overall, I'm trying to see the trend. And it's easier for me to spot a trend when I'm doing it on a weekly basis than on a monthly basis, because all sorts of things can happen. So I put median here because sometimes median price can tell you more of what's really going on versus the average price. And when we look at the average price, yeah, it kind of looks like average price is maybe going up. But I can tell you, working with buyers and sellers, and you're on the field, no, prices are not necessarily going up. They're either flat or coming down in a neighborhood. When we look at the sales and we're putting in offers or we're receiving offers, prices are actually lower than they were 3 months ago, than what they were at the beginning of the year. So when I see that from my experience of being in the field, I'll tend to kind of look at the median price and say, well, that's probably more depictive of what's really happening out in the field. Median price is 8% lower than where we were this time a year ago. 23 were sold, 22% sold at list price or more. That percentage is trending down. Listings, you could see, kind of heading down. Active listings is trending up. There's 483 available detached properties for sale. That's just for Vaughan, and again, just for detached properties. Months of inventory sitting at 4.8. It's been pretty similar over the last few weeks. And months of inventory, it's pretty clear, is trending up. Here's Richmond Hill. 15 detached properties were sold. 5, a third of those sold at $2 million or more. Average sold price is $1,174,000. 1,174 is 25% lower than where we were this time a year ago. The median price is 27% lower. Median price and average price seem to be trending down. Of the 15 that sold, 33% sold at list price or more. Listings coming down. Active listings overall trending up, but the last few weeks coming down a little bit. And months of inventory sitting at 6.2 months of inventory. Pretty much a buyer's market. Here's Markham. Sales. Sales are trending down. So for week ending July 31st, 20 were sold. So I say sales are trending down, but by only 1 or 2 each week. So overall trending down, but it's a slow burn, not trending down by much. So 20 were sold, 5 of those were at $2 million or more. Average sold price down from the previous week to $1,662,000. Overall, I would say prices are trending down in Markham. 1,662 is 7% lower year over year. The median price is 4% lower. 20 were sold, 55% sold at list price or more. Listings kind of similar over the last few weeks, 65, 59, 50, 62, 62, 60. So since, say, mid-June, end of June, we've been hovering around the 60 listings per week. Active listings trending up, not by much each week, but trending up. Months of inventory trending up. We're now at 4.2 months of inventory, pretty much a balanced market. Here's the overall summary of months of inventory. Depending on which neighborhood you're shopping in, which home type, which price point, you're either going to experience a balanced market or you're going to experience a buyer's market. Have an awesome day. Thanks for watching.